Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Union Cross. So we're going to be doing Luxord's Metal Spotlight for this video. I'm going to go over guild, traits, skills, and I'm going to show off what his skill looks like when he actually in battle. Now, before we do start off, I did change the bottom, well, right below me, guys, if you can see it. I'm now going to be doing top comments of last video and just one picture of my favorite from Discord. So basically, right there goes Jefferson Tham. Says, so is your hair changed from speed to magic now? If you guys don't know, my hair is kind of blue, more purple if anything. But yeah, I went from green hair to blue hair, so technically I can change attributes anytime I want, or I'm super effective to all attributes. And then we got this really cool octopus medal I saw in Discord, and I decided to throw it up there. There's a little bit of a pyro joke behind it, so if you guys want to check what's going on, go check it out in Discord. Anyways, let's get into this. Basically, that's going to stay like that for quite a while unless I come up with another idea. But for now, favorite comment and favorite image I'll be doing once in a while, guys. So, let's go for this. Luxord B. Basically, he has a 50% chance of being a critical hit. So, at first glance, if you just look at that description, you might think, oh, he has a good chance of having a crit. Yes and no. What they mean by crit is 1.48 to 3.70. So if you don't crit, you're doing 1.48. If you do crit, you're doing 3.70. So he is a gamble, you know, hence the character. So basically the medal is good, but also you can't depend on it. It's like waiting for the attack boost 5 to activate instead of attack boost 5 max, which is always constant damage, the same output all the time. So you have a chance of doing really weak damage or really good damage, which back then that was a pretty good multiplier, a really good multiplier actually. A 3.70 would have been solid on a free medal, but for us now he is a very average medal, very mediocre, but he's not that far off compared to the other ones. Last one was Demix B, 3.93, and then we got, who was the other one? I think it was you. Yeah, this one has a 3.93 as well. So it's not like it's outclassed, but the average multiplier these days are 10, give or take. A 10 multiplier once it's fully guilted, or higher than that. He is just below that, but for new players or players that don't have many good guilted medals, he can do pretty good. Especially if you have an HD Shion on Mugo Glory, you can have 2 copies of him if you don't have a lot of guilted medals. He can do some damage, but let's go for this. Let's go for my trait rolls. Again, another thing, if you didn't watch my last video, he is a random attack medal. So what does that mean? Proud mode requires sometimes that you only use random attack medals. So if you want to keep them separate, go ahead, have a couple of them 100, 100, throw all those loose attack boost 2s you have, and try to fuse only 2, and then fuse another 2. So he only has 1 trait slot. Try to fuse one, get negative 60 trait. Try to fuse another one, get negative 60 trait. If it doesn't work out, then just fuse them all together. We will be getting a quest, or we might be getting a quest, by looking at JP. They got all the organization members again, just because we went through the whole list. Once we go through the whole list, and we have everybody, we're going to get a quest that we'll be able to get like 4 more copies of each organization member. So, keep that in mind. If you got bad traits or bad guilds, or you want extra copies for Proud Mode, you can technically guild this guy, get a bad guild, don't waste magic mirrors, wait till that event comes out, get some rerolls, and if your trait's bad, more rerolls on that trait. Alright, let's get into this. Let's go. Let's, well, I can't evolve him yet. Let's level him up. Let's get some fusing going on here. Tribute, special attack, actually that doesn't matter. Leave it on that. Alright, first trait roll. Traits, negative 60s, hands down, guys. Negative 60s, plus 1,000, and then that's pretty much it. Everything else is a trait that's not needed on this medal, just like every other attack medal. So, first trait, don't forget, if you don't level up to 6 stars, you can't fuse them more than 3 copies into it. So, make sure that you only put into 3 copies and then level up to the 6 star. I've done that mistake before. Alright, strength 1,000. That's not a bad one. We're going to try it again. So that dot right there, if you're new, do not go past those dots. Once you fill up those dots, you have to make it a 6 star, or you just wasted a copy. Just because there's a lot of new players I noticed coming into my channel and asking a lot of questions, so I want to make sure that I get everything for you guys. Defense plus 2,000. If you ever see 800 HP or 2,000, go for the 800 HP. Defense plus 2,000 is not really necessary for anything. It's not that it doesn't have its place, but yeah. Alright, trait number 3 and our last one to fuse together, and then we can level this guy up to 6 star. We're gonna get damage at raid bosses. Again, if you don't have a lot of damage in raids, sure, you can use him as a raiding medal. He is random, so he'll hit a bunch of parts, but random medals are only good in raid bosses once all the limbs or parts are all taken out and there's only one target, because pushing your attack all over the place, you actually lose out on pretty much a good amount of lux. So random attack medals, not the greatest, but they still can do quite a bit of damage. All right, let me just grab this into some experience, make this one 6-star, and we'll go for the next fusion. Oh, I got a lucky one there. All right, so I don't have to waste more experience. That was good. So that guy's done. We're gonna lock him up just in case. Well, there's no way of screwing it up. And then we're gonna do our second one, which should be a lot better than the first one. Hopefully, a negative 60 trait would be nice to show this guy off, and then a really good guild. Who knows? Defense plus 2,000. You talk bad about a trait and it keeps showing up. All right, last trait roll. Oh, second last trait roll. We're gonna put the two 6-stars together. Aerial negative 60. Okay, so this is my base one. There we go. We got one of the negative 60s. That works out beautifully. I'm gonna level it up and we're gonna put the guild together. Give me 1 second. All right, for the final guild and the final trait roll, which doesn't matter, make sure that the one that's on top has the trait you want, and the one in here doesn't matter. Go for that trait, and we're gonna get that guild. They're both 6-stars, so we're not wasting medals here. So it's not a guilting campaign, but again, they are gonna release more copies for us, so we do have more chances to re-roll this. I'm gonna need it because I'm not gonna waste 27 mirrors on this guy, and let's go for the last trait. I might get ground if a ground shows up. No, I'll stick to aerial. So just stick to whatever negative 60 you guys get. If you have the choice between the two negative 60s, I would go ground. There's a lot of annoying ground power enemies, but there also is a lot of annoying air ones, so you can't go wrong. So we're going to optimize this guy to out 100 out of 100. But if you guys notice, he does have a multiplier of 4.0. At 100% guilt, he's going to be doing 8 multipliers. So again, not that bad. But what we're going to do, because I don't have a lot of skills to just throw around and put an attack boost 4 or 5 on him, I'm going to copy him with HD Xion, and we're going to go see how much damage he can actually do. So let me go make a quick Keyblade over here, switch this around, and I believe I can make that just a little bit better. We're going to get some more magic buffs in here so he can do some more damage. All right, so we got 6 strength, 6, 2 up, 2 down. Not that bad, not the greatest either, but let's try it anyways. Let's go to Coliseum and see what we can do with this. This is just to show off if your medal was a tier 6. If Luxord was a tier 6, this would be doing. As for the actual medal itself, again, an 8 multiplier isn't bad. It'll be doing some decent damage, but it's nothing to write home to. So, round 917, tier 14, we have a power enemy right here. All right, so this attack is random. It is not going to hit the same target over and over and over again, but you guys are still going to see what it does and its skill. So we got 6 strength up, general defense down by 6, and now we got ourselves, oh, 2 up, 2 down? Actually, yeah, okay. They do have attribute defenses, but it doesn't affect ours, except for the candle. The candle did have it. So anyways, here we go, Luxord B, and his attack looks, decent, 79,459. That's not bad. Let's activate him again, see if he does any damage without attack boost. 9,270, 8,514. So there you go. Nothing crazy good. Nothing to like, oh, this is the medal that I'm going to use forever, but it is a pretty good medal, guys. It does some decent damage. New players are still going to benefit from it, just like the previous ones. And if you did get a bad guilt, don't waste the magic mirrors. Just wait for that re-release of all the medals to come out. So that's the medal spotlight. For skills, obviously, if you are going to put a skill in this guy, just because of how random he is, he does need an attack boost 4 max on him. I wouldn't put attack boost 3 or attack boost 4 or 5, because without the max, you have to take a gamble of 50% chance of getting that 4 multiplier, and then if you do get that 4 multiplier, then you have your percentage of your attack boost activating. So you do need an attack boost max on this Luxord for him to work. So that's what makes him really, really bad compared to other medals. But he is guiltable, which pullable medals aren't. Your Mickey brooms are very scarce, so you pretty much can't just be throwing Mickey brooms on every medal you get. But again, if you have AC Xion, you can copy whatever you guys want, or Anti-Form Sora. Alright, so for us Keyblades, this guy doesn't have many options. Honestly, the best Keyblade in my opinion is got to do the Moogle Glory, just because you can use HD Xion and a Key Art Sky to copy him if you have 2 really good buffers right here. Again, that's not an idea, but it is something you can do. That's a pretty good multiplier slot. The other Keyblades with decent multiplier slots is 3 wishes at the end of it, but I don't recommend ever upgrading 3 wishes, Lady Luck, or Treasure Trove past level 25. 25 is where you guys should be stopping with those Keyblades, so even that's not that great. That's a 2.40. The only time he's going to have a good multiplier slot is for the Diamond Dust, and that Keyblade's not out yet, and there's still quite a bit of time before it does come out. So everything else, the reverse magic slots are just too low. Counterpoint has it in the second slot. Fairy Stars has it in the second slot as well. And again, everything else is just not there for this guy. Same thing with a lot of reverse magic medals. They have to wait for that Diamond Dust to be any good, or again, Moogle Glory is your best bet for good reverse magic multiplier. So it's up to you guys what you guys want to do with them. Let me know if you're going to use them at all as a new player. I do think it's going to help you a lot. Don't be shy. Throw that Attack Boost 4 Max on it. If you guys have extra copies, we're going to get plenty avatar boards with that. Attack Boost 5 Max will be coming out. Attack Boost 5s are in the game now. So Attack Boost 4s are going to be our older skill, which doesn't make it bad. Remember that. Even Attack Boost 3 is still pretty good right now. Just because it's not the best doesn't mean it's obsolete. So that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys are doing with yours. As always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.